Hi guys, and welcome back to Reed's Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. And today, I have a book haul for you. And I went to the Oklahoma Teen Book Con, and I'm going to share with you guys my goodies that I got from there. I haven't done a book haul, I think, since September sometime. So a lot of these October presents, they were really cheap, stuff like that. Thought I would do a really quick haul here, and then we could get into the Oklahoma Teen Book Con. Now, I didn't vlog at the Oklahoma Teen Book Con because I didn't get to go to any panels or anything because I worked today, but I still got over there for like 3 hours, stood around talking, bought a few books, met some new people, and that is a little slanted. Let's see if we can fix that. That's better. Now, as you can see, I've been doing some rearranging, which eventually will get rearranged again, but right now, I digress. And let's get into this book haul. This first book on here is from a friend. We did like this book box exchange. Emily, mine should be on the way when this is posted. Sorry it's late. I'm a horrible person. I apologize. But she sent me Bless by Lauren Miracle, who is in one of the other books. Who wrote another book that's in this haul. I find that interesting. I did not realize that. But that is that gorgeous cover. All I know is it's about a girl named Bless who hears a ghostly whisper of a long ago murder. There's something lingering in the stones at the academy she's at. Blood sacrifice. It sounds creepy and dark and definitely up my alley. Can't wait. Now, sorry, I didn't mean to step out of frame. These next three are all by the same author. Sorry if I'm speeding up, because it's been a bit. First one, y'all saw me discuss. I was going to read it, but I got Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell, which I gave 4 stars, I do believe. It's just a cute little graphic novel about 2 best friends. Their last year working at a pumpkin patch. It was really cute, and I love it, and a lot of people need to read it because it's just adorable. I just wish it was more of like, I think I would have loved the characters more if it would have been a novel instead. Next, I got Landline by Rainbow Rowell. Those lights really do affect. I didn't realize that. But, which I will be seeing, here's a preview! At least 3 of these are previews for My Merry Bookman. This is about Georgie and Neil, and their marriage is in trouble. They separate. Neil goes to his family for Christmas, and she receives a phone call on this phone, and it's her husband from the past, and it's going to be them fixing the relationship. And I've heard really good things about this, and I just love this edition with the pink and gray like spine. Is just gorgeous. The last Rainbow Rowell book on this thing is Wayward Son. By the way, I don't know if I've hauled these books, so if I did, I apologize. It's been a crazy week. The long-awaited sequel to Carry On, and that cover is just stunning. Simon, Baz, and just, do I need to say more? No. Okay. Next one, I also found at half-price books like the last 3. I found a book called White Rabbit by Caleb Rohierd, which I feel like I have also already hauled, because Caleb is also the author of not Blondes Have More Fun. Whatever the one was about the drag queens. That Mel's trying to get me to read. But I saw the title and I thought maybe Alice in Wonderland. Come to find out, not. It's really hard to explain. It's a thriller, and I want to go into it blind, so I'm confused. Something about an ex-boyfriend. His sister killed the guy. Secrets. Yeah. The next one. One of my most anticipated reads of the year, and yes, will be on my Merry Bookmas. Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. And the under, is just stunning. Just like Wicked Deep. I absolutely know nothing about this except I heard witches and a forest. And we all know how much I love Wicked Deep. Try to give an author at least 3 chances unless their books really piss me off. But yeah. Can't wait to go into this blind! Next, I got, you're going to see a theme with this one, Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle, which was that first book, which is a Netflix movie, and I know it's 3 short stories set around Christmas time. That's all I know. And a strong green. I'm going to be going through John Green's, back catalog, and I thought this would be perfect. It's only 352 pages with really big font. Thought this would also be perfect for the Merry Bookmas. Been trying to stack up on those Christmas books. Next is a book that I found at Dollar Tree, and that is Monsters, A Love Story by Liz Kay. All I know, something about her husband died 8 years ago. She's a poet. Then you got Tommy. Oh no, Stacy feels like a monster. Tommy DeMarco might be one. Tommy's fallen in love with Stacy's novel in verse, a feminist reimagining of Frankenstein. The minute I saw the word Frankenstein, I was like, I need. So I got. And I can't wait to read it. Also, this gorgeous color combination, and the book underneath is just, I just love those colors together, don't you? Okay, the next 3 I got at the library, our new library, which I will eventually go over and film so you guys can see what it looks like. Got each of these for $2, and oh my god, listen, I got 2 James Patterson books for $2 a piece. A 2018 and a 2019. Like, I flipped shit. I have Unsolved, which I read earlier this year and gave 5 stars. It is the sequel to Invisible by James Patterson, which anyone knows is my favorite mystery novel by James Patterson to date. And this one is really high up there. I can't wait to see what he does with these characters next. And I have the most recent Alex Cross book, as far as I remember. And that is Target Alex Cross. I know nothing about it. All I know is it's Alex Cross. And these go over here. Because I said so. And $2. $2! Like, poof! I don't know if that'll focus. But $2! $2! And I also got a book that a lot of people on BookTube talk about this author. I don't really know if I'm really interested in the book, but I'm interested in the author. Everyone's more interested in Say Wild or Simple Wild by her. But I got Say You Still Love Me by K.A. Tucker to go over here on my romance shelf. But yeah, I know nothing about it. But I knew K.A. Tucker and $2. So I was like, why not? Okay, so that's my book haul. Now let's get into my Oklahoma teen book haul. I don't know why I did that, but okay. Let's go over. I got the poster because we have the poster of their stand from the first time. No big deal. I donated $5 and I was able to get this lovely poster with all the authors that were there on it and all the people that promote it. The only thing on this poster that's wrong now is Neil Schusterman wasn't able to be there. He had a family emergency. My heart goes out to him and his family, and I hope everything's okay. I was going to get signed by him, but I completely understand, and I am sending all my prayers and all that good jazz his way and good positive energy, and I hope everything turns out okay. But I know Scott Rentigan took his spot, and from what I heard from the people there, he did an amazing job, and I want to applaud him for that. Now, I bought 2 books, and I won 5. But before we get there, let's get into this little baggie of goodies. To start with, I got these samplers because it's me. I got Melissa De La Cruz's The Queen's Assassin. It's Melissa De La Cruz. I've read a bunch of her stuff. A chapter sampler of Frankly in Love by David Yoon. Heard really good things. This chapter samplers for 5 series previews for Fall into Fantasy with Penguin Team. It has The Beautiful by Renee Audier, Fireborn by Rosaria Munda, A River of Royal Blood, Amanda Joy, Seafire by Natalie C. Parker, and War Girls by Tochi Onobuchi. Apologize if I butchered these notes, but that's what the back looks like with all the 5 books on it. And I also got the chapter sampler for 3 books by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. Time of Our Lives, Always Never Yours, and If I'm Being Honest, which I have been curious about them, so I may check out these. I also got we'll discuss that in a minute, along with that, and along with those. And that's for me later. I got what is that? A pen that says "We are what we read." We are what you read by Penguin Teen. It's cute little green. I got an Oklahoma Teen Book Con one, which I can put. Do I already have this? Oh, I already have that up there. Got another one. I got a Best of Books, Statements for Shopping. And I got 3 bookmarks and a magnet from an amazing woman. I met her and her little groupie. Her and her friend, I can't think of her friend's name off the top of my head. But Jacqueline E. Smith, who wrote, here's the magnet for Boy Band, which she also gave me a bookmark. She said I could find her on Amazon and Barnes & Noble's, available in paperback and ebooks. A bookmark for a trashy romance novel, which I do believe is a short story collection with all trashy romances. And I know Broken Mirror and Other Stories has like ghost stories and all that stuff. And she was such a delight. I will be definitely checking out her books in the future. Especially that Boy Band, because we all know Backstreet Boys is where it's at. No offense, BTS. You'll never trump Backstreet Boys. Sorry, dear. Okay, and I have other goodies, but we'll get to those as we get to the books. I bought 2 books while I was there. And I got 3 books signed. So one of the books that I won got signed. I will show you all the signatures. Yada yada. I met Wendy Spinell at the first one. And I've read this book. I don't remember a lot about it because I read so many other books since. And I also think I read it in a time where my brain couldn't comprehend. But now I kind of want to go back. After reading Heartless, I want more like retellings. But I got Everland by Wendy Spinell, who's an absolute doll, and this book is gorgeous. This is a Peter Pan retelling that is steampunk, and there's a disease where the only ones that survive are children, and it's rare for a girl to survive or something. I don't remember. Oh, and the German army is led by a cutthroat Captain Hans Otto Oswald Kirchner. Captain Hook. But book 1 brings in Peter Pan. Book 2 brings in Alice in Wonderland. Book 3 brings in Wizard of Oz. And I know there's a Snow White connection via an apple. Can't remember exactly what, but still need to read book 3, but I thought I'd go ahead and get book 1 and maybe have it as a group read for one of our upcoming readathons. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. She also gave me a bookmark that says Everland on one side and book 2's Umberland on the other side. So I really love it. It's really cute. Next, this is the one that I really wanted to get because I saw the list of authors and everybody that was going to be there and stuff. Ooh, bag wants to fall, so tilt that. And this book really stood out to me. It's a YA thriller based off the book Clue. Not the book. The board game Clue. And the movie Clue. And that is In the Hall with the Knife, a Clue mystery by Diana Peterfreud. Diana, I hope I'm saying your name right. But it's what it looks like. And the under is just as stunning. Now this is book one in a trilogy. Now let me tell you what it's about. Scarlet, mustard, green, peacock, plum, orchid. One storm will change their lives forever if they survive the night. When a killer storm strikes at Black Brook Academy, an elite prep school nestled in the woods of Maine, a motley crew of students, including Beth, Peacock, Orchid McKee, Vaughn Green, Sam Mustard, Maester, Thin Plum, and Scarlet Mystery, are left stranded in the aristocratic mansion on campus with their headmaster. Hours later, his lifeless body is discovered in a pool of blood. With this group of students, nothing is as it seems, and everyone has a motive for murder. It really gave me kind of, I hate to say it, Killing November vibes. And I'm looking for more books to love that are like that. But also, she gave me a bookmark. Also, let's set the book down. She handed me this. She had cards made up. That's what that back item looked like. For each of the characters, like Vaughn Green, Sam Maester Mustard, Beth Peacock, Scarlet Mystery, Thin Plum, and Orchid McKay, which she told me she did that so that people, as they're reading, like if you have these, as you're reading in The Hall with the Knife and the whole series, you can play Clue. And you can figure out who the killer is yourself. And see if you're right by the end of the third novel. And I'm like, what? An interactive book? I think it just became one of my new favorite things. And I cannot wait to dive into this. So, oh, by the way, she signed it right there. Says for Clint, who done it? Diana Peterford. Ooh, I didn't show you. In Everland, says to Clint, never grow up, Wendy Spannell. Let's dive into the next ones. These next 5 books, well, the next one's not an arc, but the last 4 will be arcs. I did the hashtag, like they said to do, hashtag OKC or OKTBC on Twitter, and tell what you're liking about the event. And if your name is drawn, you get to go to a table and pick 5 books. I chose 5 books. The last one I chose, basically for the cover. Later found out it's the second book in a series, but I want to see if the library has book 1 next year. And yeah. But book 1 I got because the author was there, and it's a book that has been on my list that I've been kind of curious about. And that is The Bookish Boyfriends, A Date with Darcy. Boys are so much better in books, at least according to Meryl Campbell, 15, who thinks real-life chivalry is dead, and there'd be nothing more romantic than having a guy woo her like the heroes in classic stories. And she, her best friend Eliza, and her younger sister Rory transferred to Reginald R. Hero Prep, where all the boys look like they've stepped off the pages of a romance novel. Mary can hardly walk across the squad without running into someone who reminds her of Romeo. When the brooding and complicated Monroe Stratford Scales, Mary's trellis in an effort to make her his. She thinks she might be Juliet incarnate. But as she works her way through her literature's curriculum under guidance of an enactment teacher, Meryl's tale begins to unfold in ways she couldn't have imagined. Mary, why do I keep saying Meryl? Mary soon realizes that only she is in charge of her story, and it is truth universally acknowledged that the first impressions can be deceiving. And she was such a doll. I cannot wait to read this, and if I love it, I will get the next one in the series. And she signed it. She drew like this little print of a book that says, Clint, what's your story underneath? She signed over here Tiffany Smith, and on the book she wrote OKTBC 2019. And I thought that was really cool. And whenever I'm in the mood for a fluffy contemporary romance, definitely going to pick this up. Oh, and she also gave me Bookish Boyfriends, A Date with Darcy, Boys Are So Much Better in Books. And then for book 2, Bookish Boyfriends, The Boy Next Story. Just wait till you meet the boy next story. Book 1 I know is Pride and Prejudice, and I think book 2 it looks like it's Little Women. So I find that really cool, and I love when authors take classic literature and do some sort of a twist. I've never read either one, but I do know tons about Pride and Prejudice solely because one of my best friends is a Jane Austen fanatic. So pretty sure I know Pride and Prejudice through and through, and I've seen several Little Women movies, but I really want to read the book eventually. So, next, okay. Thank you. I got a book that I know has gotten really mixed reviews here on BookTube, but I got the arc for Wicked Fox by it's one that I've been very interested in, and I'm really big into paranormal and out there kind of stories. Yes, I know Haley from Bookland and Hannah from Clockwork Reader and Zoe from Book Nerd Zoe all gave it 2 stars or lower, but I'm kind of interested. I'm going to go in it with low expectations, but it's one that I've been slightly interested in. I want to know why they gave 2 stars and read it for myself. And all I know is it's about a 9-tailed fox and she has to survive. So I don't have a lot of diverse books on my shelves, so this is me pushing diversity for myself. Next is a book which, by the way, for those of y'all who want to know, Wicked Fox came out in June, so it should be out. This next book came out in September, and that is We Are Lost and Found by Helen Dunbar. All I know about this book, besides that stunning cover, is I heard it's like Perks of Being a Wallflower meets Rent, and it takes place in the 1980s during the AIDS epidemic, and I've never read anything that dealt with that, and it's a fairly on the short side because it's only 290 pages, and it's one that I've been interested in. It came out September 3rd, 2019. Does this one have an actual date? No, that one just says June. Okay. But yeah. So I was very interested in it, and again, cover stunning. And you compare anything to Rent the musical, and I'm gonna be like, what? Thank you. Cool. This next one Came out in August of 2019. And the minute you see the title and the cover, you'll understand why my gay ass got this. But Ziggy Stardust and Me by James Brandon. That cover, first off, gorgeous. Two, David Bowie. I'm a huge David Bowie fan. David Bowie. It's one that I've been looking at since August about getting, and I'm so happy to have this. The year is 1973. The Watergate hearings are in full swing. The Vietnam War is still raging, and homosexuality is still officially considered a mental illness. In the midst of these trying times is a 16-year-old Jonathan Collins, a bullied, anxious, asthmatic kid who, aside from an alcoholic father and his sympathetic neighbor and friend Starla, is completely alone. To cope, Jonathan escapes to the safe haven of his imagination, where his hero, David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust, and dead relatives, including his mother, guide him through the rough terrain of his life. In this alternate reality, Jonathan can be anything: a superhero, an astronaut, Ziggy Stardust himself, or completely normal, and not a boy who likes other boys. When he completes his treatments, he will be normal, at least he hopes. But before that can happen, Webb stumbles into his life. Webb is everything Jonathan wishes he could be. Fearless, fearsome, and most importantly, not ashamed of being gay. Jonathan doesn't want to like brooding Webb, who has secrets all of his own. Jonathan wants nothing more to be fixed once and for all. But he's drawn to Webb anyway. Webb is the first person in the real world to see Jonathan completely and think he's perfect. Webb is kind of an escape Jonathan has never known. For the first time in his life, he may finally feel free enough to love and accept himself as he is. A poignant coming-of-age tale, Ziggy Stardust and Me heralds the arrival of a stunning and important new voice in YA. And besides the David Bowie part, back when I was 16, I wanted to be fixed. I wanted to be considered normal. I know being normal is vastly overrated, as Debbie Reynolds says in Halloween Town, but I feel like this is going to be a very powerful story for me to read, with a David Bowie twist. Yes, please. And this last one I got, because I needed 5, and a lot of the other ones on the thing wasn't really calling to me. Like, I recognized them, but none of them would be things that I would actually like pick up. But I've got this book comes out in October, or came out in October. It is book 2 to the Circus Mirandis. This is on the younger side for grades 4 through 7, but the cover was gorgeous, and I saw a big book, and I thought, at least give it a chance. And that is The Bootlace Magician by Casey Beasley. Like, what does that sound? Whatever. By Casey Beasley. All I know is dragon with rainbow. And there's a magician down here. So I'm going to, that's all I really wanted to know. And I saw something about a circus. And his name is Micah Tuttle. Is the author from Oklahoma? Hold on. I wonder if the author is from Oklahoma. There's no author. There's no other thing. I'll have to look that out. But I can't wait to check this out after I read the first one. Hopefully I like it. So that is my extensive haul. Now, I got one more bookish item. I'm just going to show y'all quickly. It's for the movie Last Unicorn, which is based off of a book. And just have like the pins of, I can't think of her name, Smendrick and the girl, but I got a box for Last Unicorn tarot cards. I'm just going to show you guys a quick look. If y'all want a more in-depth look of the cards, I'm just going to show you quickly a card, the one on the back. Like, this is what the back looks like. The sides are gold. And the artwork is stunning. Now, if you guys want a more in-depth, seeing all the cards, comment down below and let me know. And I just might dedicate an entire video showing you closer versions of the box, which was handmade and stuff like that. A friend of mine gave them to me as an early Christmas present. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. Like I said, if you want a more in-depth version of the tarot cards, let me know. If you're new here and you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet, might as well subscribe. And if you've read any of these books, comment down below and let me know if there's any books in this pile you want my in-depth thoughts on, and you think I need to read them sooner than not. Let me know. Comment down below. Till next time, guys, remember, kids, reading is what? Fundamental. Bye!